last thing I want to talk about, it's Monday. We talk about this every single Monday. Where do we stand with the Pittsburgh Steelers? They are 6-3. They're coming off back-to-back wins. They are half a game back in the AFC North from the Baltimore Ravens. And with the Cleveland Browns win over Baltimore, things kind of look in the Steelers' favor entering the second half of the season. Cincinnati is 5-4, and I mean, they play Baltimore this week on Thursday night. They lose there. They're in a tough spot heading into the back half of the season. The Steelers, if the season ended today, they're the 5th seed in the AFC. Where do you stand with the Pittsburgh Steelers as we enter Week 11?
Well, I don't know if I feel necessarily any different about what they are as a team at this point. I'm a little bit more encouraged by the run game. Defense is still the defense, even with all those injuries, and Kenny Pickett's still Kenny Pickett. But I'm woke up this morning thinking, yeah, this is absolutely a playoff team. I think when you look at the schedule, there is an easy path to 10 wins, if not more. So Cleveland and Cincinnati on the road, those are 2 tough games. But Arizona and New England, there's no reason. Yeah, winnable is an understatement in my term. It's you better win those games. Indianapolis, you got to win that game too. Cincinnati, another tough game. But even at Seattle, I think that's one that they should win too. They should win, I think, 4 of these remaining games, and the rest are divisional games, which, anything can happen. Like Baltimore at the end of the year, who knows what they'll be playing for at that point. They're on a hot streak right now, but Cincinnati and Cleveland, anything can happen in those games, and those are winnable. So, I mean, as long as you win all the games that you're supposed to, and then, maybe steal one off of those division leaders, or off of those games in the division, that's 11 wins, and that gets you into the playoffs very easily. Even 10 wins, I feel like, has you knocking on the door, if not already in. So my perspective is that they are a pretty safe bet to make the playoffs right now. I've flip-flopped in between that, going back and forth throughout this season, but I feel pretty confident at this juncture that they are going to be able to take care of business against teams that there's business, against the teams that they're supposed to take care of business against, and they'll come out on the other side as a playoff team.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I don't know how the Pittsburgh Steelers, unless it's a total downfall, and that could happen, but it's hard to imagine that happens with a Mike Tomlin run team. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers control their own fate here. I think you pull off wins over Cleveland and Cincinnati, which are very doable. Also, you could also walk away from that 0-2. That's just as likely as 2 wins. But you walk out of there 2-0, Cleveland and Cincy, you have an opportunity to win the AFC North. You really crazy do. And that might be wild. That might be at times unbelievable, but it's where the Pittsburgh Steelers are. And just like I said earlier in the show, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a really good football team if they have an average quarterback, and that means that the rest of this team is really good right now. And you can make a lot happen with a really good team and an average quarterback, and if you could get Kenny Pickett there, or at least find a way to work around it enough where you continue to win games, I mean, the potential for anything is there. I agree. I don't know how you view the Pittsburgh Steelers as anything less than a playoff team right now. That's a good place to be. Where it goes from there, you'll see. But the back half of the season is going to get very exciting. And if they could win everything but a divisional game and then give themselves an opportunity to win a couple of those too, I mean, I think the conversation at the end of the year is going to be very exciting about where they are in the standings, and how they could possibly work their way into a higher seed as we move forward. But yeah, I agree. Pittsburgh Steelers are a playoff team. That feels good to say. And, maybe a victory wasn't the greatest one, but it's a win, and it's back-to-back wins. And at this point in the season, who cares? As long as they're winning football games, there's nothing else you can do about it.